We're having a phenomenal year. It didn't start that way. I mean, the year started great, but the end of last year was actually brutal, which is what had us have the momentum. I'll share with you on that. But moving into the second quarter or the second half of the year, homes are selling, buyers are out, they're excited. There's homes to sell. We have a little bit more inventory. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I actually think if we can keep our consistency with what we're doing on the team, we might even get close to 1,000 transactions, which the only reason I share that is because we are growing right now and we are seeing that movement, which is really fun, especially when last year, this time we were like, oh crap, what is going on? And what do we do? So yeah, we're having fun. I'm having fun with it.
First of all, just so everyone knows, Spring, where exactly in Utah are you?
Yeah, so I'm in a suburb just 20 minutes outside of Salt Lake City. It's in Davis County. It's called Farmington, Utah.
Got it. And so do you service the whole Salt Lake City?
Yeah. So luckily for us, like there's one MLS and there's a long I-15 that goes across the corridor called the Wasatch Front. And so, yes, we service the entire Wasatch Front, basically from Ogden to Provo. Our main core business is in Davis and Salt Lake County. And we have an office in Davis County, and then I have a satellite office in Salt Lake as well. What we found, Chris, is agents don't necessarily want to drive to a suburb outside, right? And so having that extra office has just made it that we can attract more agents to be in our ecosystem.
Great. You made the comment that, looking at the second half of the year, if you can keep up your consistency and momentum, what's the biggest challenge to doing that? Or what do you need to do? Or what do you need to do with your agents to make sure they do that?
It's really about keeping their mindset in check. We have enough lead flow. I mean, we're a partner with Ojo. We've got our own other lead flows. So it's really not a lead issue. And I would probably say that with everybody on this call. It's really not about leads. You actually made a social post the other day about, hey, there's 3 different ways to generate leads. And I agree with you 1000%. At this point, it's summertime. Agents, just like most of us, get in that like, hey, we're going to go boating or we're going to go hiking, all the things you said, and they stop working. So it really is keeping that momentum. The conversation I'm having with them is, hey, I really want you to have a fun summer and I want you to have a life. Like you got into this industry for a reason. And I also, when the summer's over, want to make sure you're not financially in a situation that you wish you would have worked. So how about we work for 3 or 4 hours of being consistent at doing the mundane, and then you can go out golfing in the afternoon, or you can go boating. And so really, we're putting a lot of emphasis of do the work now so you can have the life that you want to have outside of this office. So truthfully, Chris, that's my biggest obstacle right now is getting them to work. So
I had a conversation with I think 3 of them are millennials and one was a Gen Z about that concept of, work hard, then play hard. Yeah. And the responses I got were not consistent with that. The response I got was, hey, we want to have the experiences. We want to enjoy things now because we don't know, what's going to happen later. It's a different way of thinking, and something that I think we all deal with the people on our teams or of the different generations.
Well, I don't even think it's a generational thing for me. I mean, yes. So I have 5 children, you guys. Some of them are in their late teens and early 20s. And so, yes, I see that. Like my son, who's 17, sells solar. And he yesterday is like, hey, Mom, I worked extra hard today, so I'm going to take tomorrow off. And I said, well, how about you worked extra hard and then you work again tomorrow so you can get ahead, instead of being like, well, now I can take the day off. It's just a different way of thinking. But in terms of my agents, what I find, Chris, is like they might make a bunch of money one month and then they're like, oh, I'm good. And it's just because we all have that thermostat in life. And we have it with our health, we have it with our finances, we have it with everything, that we have that like comfortable zone. And once they hit that comfort zone, they're like, foot off the gas. And that's just human behavior. So first of all, letting them be aware of that. And then second of all, like, cool, I'm going to support you. So the way that I explain the team is we're a vehicle. Like I'm going to provide the vehicle and you get to decide how fast you want to go. So if you want to drive the Prius, I'm cheering you on. Cool. If you want to drive the Ferrari, I'm here to get you the Ferrari, but you have to decide how quickly you want to go. And so we have it on all levels, but that's probably my biggest thing of like, keep consistent, just keep on doing the boring to get the life that you want outside of the office.